Hello guys, this is Amrit Manandar on behalf of Cloud IT Tutorials. In this video, we are going to discuss about static routing. We will discuss about configurations and benefits and disadvantages of static routing. Static routing is the process in which all routes are added in the routing tables manually by network administrator himself. For routers with less physical resources like RAMs and CPUs, we can use static routing because they consume less hardware resources. And similarly, for small networks in which networks do not get changes rapidly, we can use static routing there also. In many cases, network administrators manually configure all the routes of the routing tables while performing static routing. Unlike dynamic routings, static routes are fixed and do not change if the networks get changed or reconfigured. In this type of simple network scenario, we will configure static routing. Okay, let's take this example here to configure static routing. We have two routers R1 and R2. R1 is connected with two networks A and B. Network A is 192.168.1.0/24 and network B is 12.0.0.0/30. While network R2 is connected, this router R2 is connected with this network B and network C. Network B is 12.0.0/30 while network C is 172.16.0.0/24. For the source PC0, this router is acting as a gateway, and for this destination PC1, this router is acting as a gateway. Now let's configure this routing using static routing. After configurations, this PC should able to ping or do data communication from 192.168.1.0/24 network to 172.16.0.0/24 networks. We will verify this after completing our configurations. Let's start our practical. This is router 1 and this is router 2. Let's start to configure router 1 first. As you can see in this diagram, router 1 is connected with gig00 interface to router 2 on its gig00 interface. So let's first configure this interface for this network. Interface gig00, IP address 12.0.0.1, no shutdown. I have used 255.255.255.252 subnet marks because it's /30 subnetwork blocks. Now let's configure R2. Interface gig0/0, no shutdown, IP address 12.0.0.2, 255.255.252. Okay. Now I have configured IPs from 12.0.0.0/30 block in both routers. Now let's verify by pinging from R2 to R1. Now they are pinging. It means this physical connection is fine. Now I am going to configure router R1 for this network. With this network, this router R1 is connected via gig01 interface. So let's configure gig01 interface. I am assigning first IP of this network block. This is the first IP of this network block 192.168.1.0/24. Now I am assigning IP address to this PC from 192.168.1.0/24 subnetwork block. I am assigning IP10 for the PC. Okay, I have also configured default gateway. Default gateway is the router that is directly connected with this PC, and in this scenario this PC is directly connected with R1. So I am using R1 IPs as default gateway IP. Now let's configure this side. Gig01 interface is directly connected with this network 172.16.0.0/24 subnetwork. I am assigning first IP address of this subnetwork block to this router's 0/1 interface. Now I am assigning IP to this PC. As I have assigned IP before to this network. See, this network is 172.16.0.0/24 subnetwork block. Let's assign IP 0.10, and it is subnetted block, so its IP will be 172.16.0.10 and subnet marks will be 255.255.255.0. Now I am assigning gateway. This gateway IP address is the IP address of router 2 for this network, because router 2 is directly connected with this network. Now I have to verify whether this PC can ping from this PC to this PC. Let's verify it. Its IP is 192.168.1.10 and its default gateway is 192.168.1.1. Let's ping this gateway. Yeah, I can ping up to the gateway. Now let's try to ping up to this interface. That interface IP is 12.0.0.1 that we have just configured. Yeah, I can ping up to that interface also. Let's try to ping other interface. This is the interface of router R2, in which we have configured these subnetworks blocks IP 12.0.0.2. Let's verify it. Okay, you can see here I am not getting reply from R2 when I am pinging from PC0 from 192.168.1.0/24 block. For this, I have to do static routing. What actually happened in this scenario is this PC has sent ping request for this 12.0.0.2 IP, and that request has been passed towards its gateway, and gateway also forward that packet towards R2 because they are both connected with 12.0.0.0/30 network. But R2 doesn't know about this network 192.168.1.0/24 because it is not connected to that network directly. So to reach this network, we have to configure static routing for these networks via this router in this router R2. Let's configure it. Generally, we have this syntax for static routing. This is destination prefix. First we have to route using this command IP route. Then we have to assign destination prefix. After that we have to assign destination prefix marks. And then we have to assign forwarding router address or exit interface. This is next hop IP, or we can use exit interface of the router. And finally, this is the metric, which will define the administrative value of static routing. Now, let's configure static routing in R2 for this network. Let's verify its routing table first. So IP route command displays Cisco router's routing table. As you can see in this routing table, 12.0.0.0/30 network is directly connected with this router. Similarly, 172.16.0.0/24 network is also directly connected with this router. They are these and this networks. They are directly connected with this router. Now, let's look on other code L. L means local. From this subnetworks, this IP 12.0.0.2/32. 32 means specific IP. This IP is configured in this router's interface gig00. Similarly, from this network 172.16.0.0/24, this IP 172.16.0.1/32, this IP specific IP is configured in R2's gig01 interface. Now let's add static route on this routing table. IP route, we have to reach 192.168.1.0 network. That is network that is directly connected to R1. Now we have to specify destination prefix, and destination prefix is of /24. That is 25 to 25 to 55 to 55 to 55.0. And we have to specify either next hop IP address, that is forwarding router IP address, or exit interface of this router towards that next hop. That is, either we can specify this router's IP address or its exit interface toward that router. Let's specify next hop IP address, and it is 12.0.0.1. This is next hop IP address. This is router 1's IP address that is connected in router 1. This IP is of this interface, and this network is in common between these two routers. Okay, now verify routing table. As you can see in this diagram of this routing table, new line has been added for static routing 192.168.1.0/24. This network can be reached via 12.0.0.1, that is this router. And you can see in this brackets, 1 means administrative distance of static route, that is by default 1, and 0 means how many hops it has to cross to reach that router. Okay, now let's verify ping from this router to this PC to this router. Ping 12.0.0.2. Now I can ping from PC 0 up to that router 12.0.0.2. Now let's check whether I can ping from this PC to 12.0.0.1. No, because this router also do not know about this network. So I have to add route in this router about this network. Let's add route in R1's routing table for 172.16.0.0/24 network of R2. IP route 172.16.0.0. Destination prefix is this one, and exit interface or forwarding router address should be specified, and it is 12.0.0.2. It means to go to this network, we have to pass the traffic from this router towards this router IPs, that is 12.0.0.2. Now let's verify in routing table. So IP route, we can see new line has been added for static route in router R1. To go to this network, we have to pass the traffic towards 12.0.0.2. This is next hop IPs, and this is administrative distance, and it is the number of hop that has to be crossed. Now let's verify from PC1. Before we have request timeout when we have ping 12.0.0.1 from PC1. Now let's verify it. 12.0.0.2, I can ping up to here. Let's verify ping 172.16.0.1. I can ping from R1 to 172's network of R2. Let's verify on PC. Okay, I am getting ping from PC also. This PC is this one. Okay, so I can ping from this network towards this network, and I am again getting reply also from this PC1 from 172.16 networks to this network of 192.168.1.0. Okay, this is static routing. Thanks for watching our video. Please Do not forget to subscribe our channel Cloud IT Tutorials. Thank you.